The Razer Blackshark V2 X is a true multi-platform gaming headset. It'll work on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, smartphones, and pretty much anything else with a 3.5mm audio jack. And the price comes in around $59 US, which means we've got massive compatibility and a nice mid-range price point. So let's see how they perform. In the box, Razer gives us a user's manual, an activation code to unlock 7.1 surround sound, some logo stickers, a black fabric pouch to store the headset, and the headset itself along with a splitter cable for devices like the PC that have separate headphone and mic jacks. Let's start by talking about the weight and the build quality, because these are two things that really stood out to me the second I picked up the headset. The weight comes in around 240 grams, and that's really lightweight for a gaming headset, and it's awesome because it means it's not going to really weigh you down and feel super heavy after you're wearing it for a long period of time. Now, the way that they got the weight that far down was by using a lot of lightweight plastics in the build, and that probably sounds a little scary when you first hear it, but with the V2X, it's really not a bad thing because they really found a way to make it strong and sturdy even though it's made of such lightweight materials. So, I feel like I can knock this thing off the desk and not have to worry about it breaking, and that's not something that I can say with a lot of other plastic gaming headsets that I've tested. The EARCUPS are extendable by sliding along a set of metal rails, and that's definitely a bit different from the typical way this works on most headsets, but it still gets the job done. And there's quite a bit of resistance here, so you shouldn't really have to worry about it sliding or moving around on you once you set the position that's comfortable for you. The EARCUPS can also pivot in and out, but there's no swivel function on here. That said, that wire metal frame design does allow for quite a bit of flexibility, and that can kind of help make up for it. The EARCUPS are loaded with plush foam padding, and the contact surface is actually made of this nice fabric material. The rest of the pads are fake leather, but this part that's actually going to rest up against your face is fabric, and that's awesome. I can't stand the feeling of that fake plastic leather material up against your skin. It gets hot and sweaty and uncomfortable and just drives me crazy. And if you've watched any of my other headset reviews, you know that I always complain about that. So big thumbs up to this design for using fabric on the part that touches your skin. Moving along to the headband, we've got more of that soft plush foam padding, but in this area we just get the fake leather material all around. But thankfully that's not as big of a deal when it comes to the headband. All that soft cushiony padding and the flexible and adjustable design really make for a nice, comfortable feeling headset, but with one annoying exception, and it's the clamping force. For me, I find the clamping force like excessively strong. It's not so much that I'm in like unbearable pain or anything like that, but I don't know, it's a little bit too much on the strong side. Maybe it'll stretch out over time, I'm not really sure, but I've also been told that I have a big head, so maybe that's my fault, I'm not really sure. But I did try and compare it to some other headsets that I have kicking around, and also my Sennheiser headphones that I use every day with my PC, and the V2X definitely has a noticeably stronger clamping force than all of those other options. On the left ear cup, Razer included a volume control wheel and a microphone mute button. I really like the placement of these controls. It's super easy to just reach up and adjust the volume quickly or mute the microphone if you need to. The left ear cup also has the microphone, and sadly it's not removable, so you're stuck with it on the headset even if you don't plan to use it. The best you can do is try and bend it and flex it out of the way. The V2X uses a standard 3.5mm audio connection, and that's the key to its massive and widespread compatibility with so many different devices. It doesn't just work on USB devices like so many other gaming headsets that are out there. And for devices like the PC that have separate headphone and microphone inputs, it also comes with this little splitter cable that you can use as well. The cable's 1.3 meters long, and it's just a smooth green rubber. It's not braided or anything fancy like that. And the connection to the headset's really solid. I couldn't feel any play or movement, and that's really nice because that's a common point of failure with a lot of gaming headphones and headsets. Sound's delivered by Razer's 50mm TriForce drivers, and overall they do a pretty good job. It actually exceeded my expectations when it comes to sound quality because I was just expecting that super exaggerated bass that we get with so many gaming headsets out there. And I want to be clear, these are bass heavy, so don't think that you're not getting something like that. They still are bass heavy, but it's just a more rounded sound stage. It's more balanced in my opinion compared to a lot of other options that are out there. And I also noticed that you can crank the volume up pretty high without getting too much distortion or any weird sound artifacts or anything like that. So they did a pretty good job tuning these for gaming and just as an all-around good sounding headset that's good for watching movies, listening to music, or pretty much whatever else you might want to do with them. There's also the option to unlock 7.1 surround sound through software by using the code that came in the box with the headset, and I tested it out and man, I just feel like it made everything sound so much worse. It almost sounded like if you ever put music on and then go in the shower and it sounds kind of echoey and weird, that's basically what it sounded like. I don't know why Razer would have included this with this headset, just in my opinion, take that little card with your activation code and toss it out the window because these sound so much better just on their own without any of that artificial surround sound stuff enabled. The microphone on the V2X uses a cardioid pickup pattern, which means it should be able to pick up your voice and also suppress all the unwanted background noise and whatever else is going on in your room all at the same time. And the result should be nice, clear, and crisp sounding audio, or at least that's the idea. I actually think this mic has a lot going for it. It's got a lot of potential. It sounds good enough for making YouTube videos, video conferencing or calling, and obviously it has way more than enough quality and clarity for any kind of gaming that you might want to do. It just would have been really cool to have been able to remove the microphone if you don't want to use it. That way it would make more sense to use this as a pair of headphones if you wanted to when you're out in public or walking around or something like that. But, you know, I guess Razer didn't think anyone would want to do that. I think the Razer Blackshark V2 X is going to be the gaming headset to get for the remainder of 2020 in the mainstream segment. It's got the build quality, the audio quality, and the microphone performance of headsets that sit in a class above it. And you can get it for just $59 US. So Razer really priced this thing right, and you're getting a lot for your money with the V2 X. So I'm going to put the purchasing links down in the description. If you pick one of these up, leave us a comment and let us know what you think about it. And give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, and we'll see you soon.